This 8-day period was a game changer for Mary J. Blige's career. Mary J. Blige is the undisputed queen of hip-hop soul. She's a legend, an R&B vocalist who has influenced many female artists who came into the scene during her era, and those who came out after the peak of her reign. And Mary has inspired millions of fans all around the world with her musical tales of love, heartbreak, struggles, triumphs, and powerful perseverance. Mary recently brought fans even closer into her world when she released a revealing documentary on the making and impact of her classic sophomore album, My Life. My Life is an outstanding album. The album's impact on an entire generation of women, in particular, is immeasurable. But in this episode of Dominant Days, we're going to take a look at the album that started it all, Mary's debut release, What's the 411, particularly the song off the album that became the biggest driver of this crossover appeal. So let's go to RIAA's website and check the official certification dates for What's the 411. And as you can see, What's the 411 was certified double platinum within about 18 months of its release. But look closely. You see it? The album was released on July 28, 1992, officially certified gold 2 months later at the end of September. And then, within the first 8 days of October, What's the 411 went platinum. So that's another 500,000 sales of the album, certified by RIAA in just over a week. So as we've discovered from past episodes of Dominant Days, hit singles drive album sales. So, which of the 5 released singles off the What's the 411 album was racing up the Billboard charts during this 8-day period? Real Love, the album's second single release, was Mary's first top 10 hit on Billboard Hot 100. Mary would go on to have bigger pop hits. Family Affair, for example, off her 2001 album No More Drama, was number 1 on Billboard Hot 100 for 6 consecutive weeks. But Real Love, released on the same day as the What's the 411 album it was featured on, was a timely game changer occurring early in Mary's career. So here are some Billboard chart numbers that explain why. And let's start with the R&B charts. Real Love debuted at number 71 on the R&B charts on August 8, 1992. Within 5 weeks, the song was in the top 10. Two weeks later, it reached the top 5. Real Love reached the number 1 spot on the R&B charts on October 17, 1992. It was number 1 for 2 consecutive weeks. Now, the pop charts. Real Love debuted at number 84 on Billboard Hot 100 on August 29, 1992. It would take just about 3 months for the record to become Mary's first top 10 pop single hit, peaking at number 7 on December 5, 1992. So, Real Love had moved up from a top 10 record into the top 5 on the R&B charts and was at number 3 on the charts, while the What's the 411 album was entering its second week at number 1 during the first 8 days of October 1992. As far as the pop charts, Billboard Hot 100, Real Love had moved into the top 25, positioned at number 23 during this 8-day period in early October. And What's the 411 was a top 10 album on Billboard 200, positioned at number 6 on October 3rd, 5 days prior to RIAA's October 8th platinum certification. Real Love was a major driver of the What's the 411 album sales at this point, in late September, early October of '92. It was a top 5 hit on the R&B charts during this period. Meanwhile, it had moved up into the top 25 on the pop charts during this time, which may not seem as significant until you look closer at the chart activity. On her journey to her first top 10 pop hit, Mary's Real Love made some dramatic jumps up Billboard Hot 100 before and during the first 8 days of October in '92. Between September 19th to October the 10th, Real Love went from number 57 to number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 4 weeks. The song jumped a weekly average of about 9 spots up the Billboard Hot 100 chart during that 4-week period. Real Love was a strong hit on the R&B charts, but it was also becoming a hip-hop soulful crossover hit on the pop charts during this time. And this formidable combination is what propelled What's the 411 album sales. My wife, who was a part of that generation of women tremendously influenced and inspired by Mary J. Blige's rise to the top, is a huge fan of the soulful singer from Yonkers, New York. We are definitely Team Mary J in our household. Mary J. Blige's career spans 3 decades at this point, which is truly unbelievable when you think about it. Her day one fans, like my wife and I, are proud of her and thrilled to witness her come up in music, film and television, fashion, makeup, and various other business ventures. With that said, it all started with the release of Mary's debut album, What's the 411, on the 28th day of July in 1992. But the first 8 days of October of that same year were game-changing for Mary J. Blige's budding career. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button and leave your thoughts in the comments. Have a soulful music topic you would like to see featured on Soulful Charts? Let me know and maybe I'll give it a go in an upcoming episode. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell in order to be notified when new videos get released. And one more thing, share this channel with other connoisseurs of soul music. Peace.